On today's episode of the Cryptoverse, Bitcoin Cash drops a grenade right in the middle of Segwit2x via a user-activated hard fork. Now, this sudden announcement means that the Bitcoin network is now almost guaranteed to split on the 1st of October, and I'll explain why and what to do about it. So all of that coming up on today's episode of the Cryptoverse, so stay right there. Hi there guys, welcome to the latest episode of the Cryptoverse, your regular dose of news and commentary on Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies and blockchains. I'm your host, Chris Coney, the founder of Cryptoversity, the online school where you can learn about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies and blockchains. Find out more at cryptoversity.com. So Bitcoin Cash, let's talk about it. I made a video on the 21st of July after the BIP91 locked in. And I pretty much rained on everyone's parade in that video by pointing out that we were still some way away from getting Segwit live. Now that video currently has 26 dislikes on it, which is way higher than my average of say 7. But I can understand why that happened. Then I put out a video yesterday after BIP91 had activated, and I laid out the full path to Segwit activation and then ultimately the 2 megabyte hard fork that was coming in November. And then, just as we got some clarity and Bitcoin's price started to recover, someone throws a grenade right in the middle of Segwit2x, and that grenade goes by the name of Bitcoin Cash. Here's the website, bitcoincash.org. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We are now looking at a guaranteed split in the Bitcoin network on the 1st of August. This group have suddenly popped up and said that they totally disagree with the direction we're going, and they've therefore decided to split off a distinctly different version of Bitcoin on the 1st of August, and they're going to call it Bitcoin Cash. They officially announced this on the Bitcoin Talk forum. Here's the post. They called it Bitcoin Cash Fork 1-to-1 of Bitcoin Pro On-Chain Scaling. And I'll link to this in the video description so you can check it out for yourself if you are so inclined. Now, to be clear, this is something new. It's not the UASF, the user-activated soft fork. It's not that crowd. They are the ones who threatened to split off if Segwit wasn't adopted, and they're now getting what they want. This group is the opposite of that. Now that Segwit is on the road to being activated, they intend to split off a non-Segwit chain and call it Bitcoin Cash. Now, because Bitcoin Cash is so radically different in the set of rules that it uses to govern the network, we're now looking at almost like a guaranteed split to happen on the 1st of August. And the only way we're going to avoid this is if the Bitcoin Cash people back down. And that's highly unlikely. Now, the major difference with Bitcoin Cash is that they'll be launching with an 8 megabyte block size. And that immediately gives their network a much greater transaction capacity than Bitcoin Segwit. I mean, I'm not even sure what we're going to call the Segwit Bitcoin now, but we'll see as we go forward. Now, I initially didn't take Bitcoin Cash seriously when I heard about it because we've been looking at CoinDance and it shows 100% mining power supporting Segwit. So I thought, well, there we go. There's no spare mining power to support Bitcoin Cash. The only thing I could come up with was to think, well, Bitcoin Cash must have like a whole bunch of Bitcoin mining equipment sat offline so that it flies under the radar and then be ready to turn on when Bitcoin Cash launches on the 1st of August. But then, via BTC, I'll show you the tweet here, via BTC comes out and says they're going to keep mining Bitcoin until the 1st of August and then switch to supporting Bitcoin Cash. So here's the tweet. So when we look at CoinDance, which we have been doing, we see by the orange tab, 100% of miners are still signaling for Segwit. But if we go deeper into that data, which CoinDance also provides, this is a pie chart that shows over the last 7 days which mining pools are running and which ones have what share of the total mining power, we see this orange sliver right here is via BTC, and they account for 5.2% of the total mining power. So they're going to continue to allocate that mining power to Bitcoin until the 1st of August, and then they're going to pull their support away from the Segwit Bitcoin and redirect it to Bitcoin Cash. So the question is, what are we going to do about it? That's what's happening, but what are we going to do about it? Well, no one can stop Bitcoin Cash from launching any more than we can stop a new altcoin from launching. The only thing we can really do is prepare ourselves as users. And that brings us right back to the original advice that I gave, which is to make sure by the 1st of August, you have transferred all your Bitcoins to your own private wallet. So that means withdraw it from all exchanges, all third-party sites, and put it in a private wallet that you control the keys to. Now, a hardware wallet is the ideal choice, but if you don't have time to get a hardware wallet before the 1st of August, just download the Exodus wallet, make sure you make a copy of your recovery phrase, and then put all your Bitcoins in there until this whole situation blows over. In the meantime, don't send or receive any Bitcoin transactions after the 1st of August. Right? Just stay tuned to all the various news and media outlets for updates on the situation. Now, one possible outcome here is that Bitcoin Cash could collapse soon after it launches. Right? That would happen if, say, too few people use it, if wallets don't support it, and if merchants don't accept it, and so on. The other possibility is that it develops enough support to survive, in which case we may forever have 2 Bitcoins, just like we have 2 Ethereums. Now, if we get 2 Bitcoins, I think that will do more harm to Bitcoin in the long term than just allowing the Segwit chain to prevail. You know, I watched an interview with Roger Ver yesterday on Dashforce News, and he said probably the only thing that prevented him from switching his allegiance to an altcoin is the fact that he has invested so much in building the Bitcoin.com business. So I'll end today with that question. Yesterday I asked, where would it leave LiteCoin and Dash if Bitcoin got Segwit and then it adopted the Lightning Network? Well, judging by the fact that no matter what happens in Bitcoin, there always seems to be a power struggle. And in the meantime, NEM, Dash, LiteCoin, and many others continue to develop their technology and their community. So thanks very much for joining me today, guys. If you like this episode, hit the like button. And if you're new, get subscribed. And if you want access to my very best stuff, check out Cryptoversity.com. Alright, that's all for today, guys. I'll be back tomorrow with another edition of the Market Roundup and another edition of the News and Commentary Show. So until then, it's me, Chris Coney, saying bye for now.